Hi.
Hi.
Hi, good wait.
Oh, no problem.
Let's see. Okay, what right are we up to here?
I'd have us at the beginning of perek Sheni.
Okay. Good. Okay, Rabbi Yehuda Omer. As panim l'geinom, the brazen person goes down to Gehenna. Goes panim l'ganeden. A person who's evidently humiliated, easily humiliated, goes Ganeden. As panim, Rabbi Yehuda mamzer. Now you have to be choshesh that he is a mamzer. Rabbi Yehuda Omer ben anida. It's another alternative. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, put them both together. Mamzer u ben anida. Okay. It says Rabbi Chaim. Bright asked me again. Person who's brazen. It's known that he has done an avera. Interesting. Not that he can do an avera. He has done an avera. Otherwise, he wouldn't have Azuz Pani. You have a word about how many times to come Baduchte, the Gemara in several places. Gemara Sha'az Pani Biyadu Shu Rasha. It's not that he has a potential to be a Rasha. He is a Rasha. Misha of Chol Bosh Panim the Gan Eden. Okay, I would not learn it that way. Obviously, I would learn that means person who has has a potential to go to a person who's Moshe's Panim has a potential to go to Gan Eden. Okay, you can go learn either way. That was my mamzer. Simushu mamzer. Simushu benadida. Show Meshu benadida. Rakiva mamzer benadida. Says the Gemara. My time Gravida. To see if her A's ish Rashab Panav. I'm not sure if I'm reading that with the proper vowelization. But the way it translates here in the English, a wicked man hardeneth his face. So it sounds like since well, could go either way. It came at the maze panim nikor Russia. But his maze panim is called Russia. Russia goes again. Rabbi Yehuda also tshuva mai. Okay, what about he does tshuva? Does it change his countenance? That's a good question. That's a good question. You can't do tshuva. Says, let's see, Rabbi Chaim, can see Yeshua because he on the perek of us. But the tshuva to Gehenna, Damar Mashal Olam Gehenna. No choice. I know the boy. That's an ass. Also tshuva mai. Ain't as funny tshuva. So that's why Olam maybe show. The chokash he has a tshuva. Either it's unlikely he's going to do tshuva, or they don't. He's not allowed to do tshuva, right? Because they put barriers in his way, obstacles in his way. Okay. Boshli the Gan Eden. Tana komishish l'bosh panim lo beim hero chote. Some of you guys bosh panim is not going to sin very quickly. Shneimar, bavoti yirasov nechem l'viti tachto. If you have your year, Hashem's year on your face, you're not going to sin. Lezer mamzer, my mamzer me zor. Okay, let's see what that means. Chaim. Bosh panim the Gan Eden. He pisked Brayso. Let's go for Brayso, of course. Bavoti yirasov nechem. Ab nechem asher bosh panim. It's on your face. But it's written all over your face. Your guilt and your innocence is written all over your face. Time obey levilti tachto. You shouldn't sin. Rabbi Lezer Omer mamzer piskami Brayso and Farish explains Brayso my mamzer. Time according to mamzer and umzor sheish bo zorus. In other words, the word mamzer in and of itself. We're talking about its etymology here. Umzor to a foreign nation. Sheish bo zorus shaba meish zor. He says not from our nation, but rather he has epis of something about him which is foreign. So mamzer, the language is mu'umzar. Okay, now comes a very famous Breita. Breita says, once the elder was sitting, two children passed in front of them. One covered his head, covered his head, revealed his head. One revealed his head. This is the source for yarmulke. This Breita, the Meseches Kalla Rabbasi, this is the source for yarmulke.
Okay.
Leshgil Rosh was Mamzer. It was Shomer Ben Anida, like you read Mamzer Ben Anida, just like the previous Breita. How can you go against Rabbeim? Because Rabbi Lezman and Yeshua was Rabbeim. And one of them said, Mamzer went to Ben Anida, and Rabbi Akiva combined the two. It's interesting. You see, even this is a fundamental principle, which is that even if you follow your Rabbeim's word, but you combine the two, it's also going against your Rabbeim. Okay? He does in May. So, I'll prove it to you. Went to the mother of that child. Found her selling legumes in the marketplace. Amalei said to Biti, if you thought he was monsters, what I'm going to ask you right now. I'm going to read to him. So she said, swear to me that you're actually going to do this. It says it's not particularly ethical. I assume the Gemara is going to discuss that. So he made a promise in his lips and negated it in his heart. He said to her, what's the story with this child? When I went to the chuppah with my husband, I was in Nida. And Pirish Meni Bali and my husband separated himself from me. And the best man had relations with me. But Varti is there, and I came pregnant with this fellow. He needs to also think of Mamzer Ben Anida. He's got both milas, Mamzer Ben Anida. They said, okay, here it says, but now it changed Chaverov. Not sure why. It seems to be his Rabbeim. Maybe at that point they became his Chaverim. I don't know. Blessed Baruch revealed the secrets to Rabbi Akiva.
If you look in Rabbi Chaim's text, there's at the first case, it's Chaverecha in parentheses and Rabosecha in brackets, and here it's Rabosav in parentheses and Chaverav in brackets.
That's a good point. I guess at this point he became a Talmud Chaver to them. This Rebbeim now became Talmud Chaver. He was promoted as a result. Breita, Zushla Rishoshul Gli Rosh Azutuk. The Marba Gemara, like someone's going to say, Rabbi Lezer Omer, Mamzer Roshi, Tosai Lel, but Breisa has explained like we said previously. Ani Kamena Niavar Davar Vakevis Mari. I'll clarify that what it says, right? Ishbaz the Sava Tavli Bog, Gemara Parkmima Hani Shvat Tavli. How can you negate this in his heart? Okay. Says the Gemara, Rabbi Akiva Mina Terminoli. How does Rabbi Akiva know with the Raisa that there's such a thing? The Chsiv says, Ba'Shem Bogdu Kibonim Zorim Yolodu. They rebelled against, they were treasonous against Hashem, and they gave birth to foreign children. In Bogdu Elaznus. Treason here means adultery. Shneimai says, Achem Bogda Isha Me Ra'ah. This woman was treasonous. Vein Zar Murkan El Mamzer. This one is a Mamzer. Okay, says Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky. Okay, he proved he's right. How do you know? Where's it alluded to the bus? Keep with the boiling. The question going to keep with you, Martabayu, who Mamzer Ben Anida Minoli. Specifically, going to Rabbi Kiva says they're both. How do you know it's both? So, Ba'Shem Bagatu, only so b'fanov. The pride of Israel will respond to it in its face. The Parish Rashi Bolam for Nasam, when their iniquity comes, when the punishment comes, you eat them gavah the govashim is going. Your face will be able to tell the arrogance and the haughtiness. That they transgress his chosser. And as was punim shaisabam. This is the arrogance that they had. What was the case? Hashem Bagadu. They rebelled against their treason against Hashem. Being Bogdu Elas Nus. Veins Nus Elashem Meseches Mini Dasa. So here Chaim says, how do you know Ben Anida? Because he says Begida, the Kiddush. But Begida he wants to say means Ben Nida. He's Nus Eishes Ishak. Siva saved the cookie. Banim Zari Yoladu. Because he says the story about Mamzer. The Ray says the end of the pasuk keeps Banim Zari Yoladu. I see that this was talking not about but about Nida. And then at the end it says, the Nas Panim has both minors. Okay. Hiya back to the Gemara. Hiya Rabbi Shmamina Gilui Rosh Azus Tekifahi. Says the Rabbi Chaim, Shmamina Rosh Azus Tekifahi. Fafagab the Darim Lamed Mashal Kisa Rosh Midas Chasidus. He to cover when said with the Yam because only Midas Chasidus. The Komakom Kirosh Bifneas Kanim. Azus Panim came up before. In other words, yes. No, when you're going to work, you don't have to cover your head. When you're going in front of Rabbanim, then it's a chutzpah not to cover your head. So you see, it's not just when you go to the daven or say brachas or anything like that, but even when you're in front of people who are chashuvim, if you don't cover your head, that's an azus. Okay. Says Mori Rabbi Akiva Nishma B'Sfasa. Hechi Yavi Rabbi Akiva. Hachi Akar Rabbi Akiva do this. It's not ethical, right? It says. If a soul expresses a shvua with its lips, it's not in the heart. I think it's actually a question. Below balev?
No. This time, end quote. Below balev, it doesn't say anything about the heart.
So in other words, dvarim shebalev ain't dvarim.
Okay. Right.
Maybe, but they says seems to be redundant. So I think it's the way this way to read it. Oh, never keep Shabbat. I think it's fine. Below believe. What do you mean? We're talking with lips and heart. So it's not in circle. Yeah. We don't care what's in his heart. If you make a shvur, you make a shvur. And we stop at Rabbi Yechon. It makes a shvur like Rabbi Yechon. Hey, you saw my sinolach. But I feel like I'm about to leave. But this is a famous case of Rabbi Yechon. I hope he's going to down here. Yeah, it brings it down. So let's see how it brings it down in the Rabbi Chaim. Okay. Doesn't say that anytime you express a shvur, ain't circling. Come on, ain't shvur be the sign. It only has to do with what you say. Below believe and not the heart. My mind, what does it do? But should believe in it. Rabbi have mind to negate the shvur is meaningless. Rabbi Yechon b'avodah zarah chavches. Rabbi Yechon chash b'tzafidna. Rabbi Yechon had a toothache. Also, Rabbi Human Shuniso of the day before. He went to a certain expert, a lady was an expert in doctoring, and she made for him refuah. Cham Shamali Shabsa, she gave it to him Thursday and Friday. Amalei Lamachamar, so Rabbi Yechon said, what if I need it tomorrow? Shabbos, Lomatzino Mesa Gabach, Ne Tamidei Bnei Kalla. You can't come to her on Shabbos, and only not because of Chil Shabbos, but because there's so many Talmidim, and say so much sure he doesn't have time to come. Amra Ishtabas Lamagalis. So she said, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you, if you have to take a shvur, you're not going to reveal it. How you make it. You stabble us. So this is how you took the shvur. I'm not going to reveal it to the God. To the God of Israel, I'm not going to reveal it. So she understood he was saying, to the God of Israel, I take an oath. I'm not going to reveal it. What he actually meant is, to the God of Israel, I won't reveal it, but to everybody else, I will reveal it. Galiala. She told it to him. The next day he said it over his drush. The Salka Daitach, the Loka is so lush and shvur, the Shtaba, Lama Galilna. Now that's the understanding is that this is an actual shvur. I'm not going to, by the God of Israel, I'm not going to reveal it. He made it take a shvur. She made it take a shvur. Shani Lav, Lashon Shvur. He didn't mean Lashon Shvur. Lucky Gemara doesn't mean to say. Lucky so Lama Galina. I won't reveal it to the God of Israel. I'm a Yisrael Megalina. That's Am Yisrael. We reveal it. We'll reveal it. Achinami Rabbi Akiva Hachi Shtaba. Rabbi Akiva took a similar shvur. The lucky so my sin lach. Ein vach l'olam haba peirush l'olam ha'emes. They based in Shamala. Not going to bring you to. Not going to bring you to Gan Eden. Going to bring you to the based in Shamala. Okay, it was a little bit difficult. It still seems to be unethical, but maybe it was so obvious that couldn't be guaranteed on Haba that it wasn't considered to be unethical. I don't know. Okay.
Well, I mean, here she was Nita with relations with the Shushbin, so she was not exactly clean slate.
Right. Valani Shoshvini. So she said her best man relations with her. Minor Nafal. How did she come to be with her Shoshvin? That's what Rabbi Chaim says. No, nafal etzla Shoshvin. She had nafal bala. Valo etzla bala. Wasn't she with her husband? So it says, no, the Shoshvin were present. The time of Shani Shoshvin Mishain in Mabayis Shechasan. So they would sleep in the same house as Chas and Kyle to check afterwards that I guess Shamish really means to
serve them.
Serve them, but Chaim brings out a different shot. The room which the Chas and Kyle was called the chuppah. But you mamid malim shoshvinim. They put those 15 there, the Shamshim to serve them. Minami, lead up to run the Basulim check after the Biur. Okay? So what happened was, the Baal Denida, he have a parents better. When the husband saw she was in Nida, he left the room, and the Shoshvin came in instead. The second more, Mi Makvina, and Shoshvin Chashvin. Which is a strange question. I mean, how maybe you know it was a chashuv. But anyway, Chaim says, "Mina de'amalem shoshvin chashudim." He takes suspect people. Says more el iu the sarchalin. He the sarchalin. Sorry, and he says it says in the Gemara el iu the sarchalin, but the Chaim changes the gears to el I the sarchalin. Because in Lom Kashema you el I pita so. She seduced him. He wouldn't have done it on his own initiative, but she seduced him, I guess. When her husband went away, she chose second best. Amarlo, God of Rabbi Akiva. Oh, so here is what we were talking about before. Once they saw that he was overcame this issue, they became like Chaverim to him. Says Rabbi Chaim, Kol Rabbi Kol Chaver Kashali, Gilchil Amrloech, Vachalib Chalavar Divrei Rabbi Secha Kol Rabbi Lezer, Rabbi Yeshua Rabbi Isa. This goes on the name. So Amru Gadoya, give a Shichish Chaver Kol Chaver. Mishane came in the Chazal Kol Gaver Alayu. They saw that he bested them until it's come Rakiva Kare Lahoy Chaver. Call them their Chaver. Okay, want to do further? I want to stop here for today.
I think we can stop here.
Okay.
Sure.
Anyway, this, as I said, is the source wearing yarmulke.
Okay. Interesting.
One of the sources. There are another sources too, but this is one of the sources. Okay, have a great week.
All right, you too. Bye.